Hello and welcome to Swatch Me Crochet. This video is most likely being uploaded on Monday, the day after Easter. And since it was a holiday, I did not spend much time crocheting and creating a video. So what I am going to do for you is crochet across, since today actually is Easter that I am filming this. Now you can use these for either bookmarks or you can use them as wall art, depending on the yarn, the thickness of it, the size of your yarn. You could do this in a thread yarn and make it into a bookmarker. So I am just going to use some thread that I have from the Dollar Tree. It is their cotton yarn, and I'm not sure if it is considered a size 3 or a size 4 according to the package, because I don't have the package. And then I have two different hooks that I am going to use, obviously scissors and a tapestry needle. And my hook that I'm going to use is a 3.5, and then I will switch to a 3.25. Although again, it's going to depend on your yarn and how you crochet, whatever works for you. But I did have to switch over to a smaller crochet hook at the end. Okay, so we are going to, hopefully I can keep all of this in the camera because this is my first tutorial really. We're going to make our magic circle. I know everybody makes them differently. This is just the way I make them. It took me a long time to get this down, and I just do 2 or 3 fingers, cross it, bring it back down, and hold it. Oh, that was in the camera. We'll do that again. Cross it, leave it where my thumb is holding it. Should look like this on the top. X on the bottom, 2 parallels on the top. Put your crochet hook underneath, grab your second one and pull it through and twist it. And then I go over here, twist, and I take my fingers out, holding it, and then I pull it through. Because that was the spot where I just could not master it, was getting it that last step. So I take my hand out and then pull it through. Okay. So then we are going to start this just like you would do a granny square, and that's basically what we're working here. It's 1, 2, 3 chains for a granny square, and then we are going to do 2 doubles into the circle. So 1, 2. Okay. Chain 3. And 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3. Now I am a slow crocheter, and this yarn likes to split. Okay, so, and make sure that your tail here on your magic loop does not come out. I tend to pull when I'm making it and it starts to get bigger. This gets close to coming out, so make sure you keep that pulled to where you have plenty of tail. We have 2. We're going to keep going and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make 3 more doubles. around the magic loop. So you yarn over, go underneath, come up, pull through 2 loops, pull through 2 loops, and another double. We're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 more doubles. 1, 2, 3. All right, and we're going to chain 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Now you should have 4 clusters of that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That first chain works as your first double. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to take your loop here and pull. Tighten that up. Okay. You've got your chain 3, and you need to come over here to that first chain and slip stitch. Now, I always find this difficult to do right here. Get that. Slip stitch. Okay, so you have your start of the granny square. All right, now we are going to slip stitch until we come over here to this corner. Okay, so you are going to slip stitch here. You will slip stitch this one, because we are working our way over to the corner. That's where we want our yarn to be at. I'm going to slip stitch through this one. We are at the corner. I am going to slip stitch in that corner. Okay. Now we are going to chain 3, just like you would be working on a granny square kind of thing, and just like we just did, and we're going to double stitch 2 times. So 1, 2, and then we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This time we're going to do 2 doubles in here, so 1, 2. Now we're going to do 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, and this is going to act as your last double, as if you were doing a granny square corner, but we are going to come down, go right through that hole, and we're going to slip stitch. Okay, and that makes your 3rd double stitch and brings your yarn back down here where we want to be instead of being up higher. Okay, now we are going to chain 1. Now we're going to slip stitch over to this corner and do the same thing that we just did. Make sure I slip stitch and not single stitch. So slip, slip, slip stitch, slip stitch in here, and do it again. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3, double, double, chain 3, double 2, 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch it. And chain 1. Okay, that's our second one. Now we're going to slip stitch across and repeat that same thing. So 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitch, 3 slip stitch, and slip stitch into the corner. And repeat. Chain 3, 2 doubles. Please ignore my yarn rolling around. That's the way my yarn usually does when I am crocheting. And I'm going to chain 3, and we're going to double 2, 1, 2, and we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slip stitch it like we did the others. And chain that one. All right, now this is the top of your cross. Okay, and we're going to make the bottom of the cross here, going down. Now, you can continue this cross doing the same stitch and keep bringing it down with the same stitch, but I am going to do something different. Okay, so I am going to slip stitch in the first one here, and I'm going to slip stitch in the second one. But I am not going to slip stitch in the third or in the middle here. All right, now at this point, I am going to chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, now we're going to be working back in the chain. Essentially, I wanted to do a star stitch, but I could not get it to actually work. So we're going to take a little bit of a variant of it. Okay. We are going to skip this chain here that we're working in, go back to the next one. We're going to go into the chain and we're going to pull up a loop. That should give us 2 loops on our hook. We're going to go back to the next one and pull up another loop. That should give us 3. So 1, 2 chains, go through the third one, go through the fourth one, go through the fifth one, and you should have 6 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 loops. We're going to yarn over and we are going to pull through all of those. Now bear with me, I might have trouble with this. We are going to pull through all of them. Okay, and then we are going to slip stitch it. That's going to give you like the center of your star stitch. All right, so now we are going to go through the center and we are going to pull up a loop. Sorry about the camera shaking there. Just a second. We are going to go through, you can see this right here. We're going to go through right there. And we're going to pull up another loop. Give you 3 loops. Now, there's going to be a hole here. Right there. We're going to go through that one. I'm going to pull up another loop. Now we're going to go into the next 2 chains so that we end up having 6 loops. 1, work this right, 2. We should have 6 loops. And we're going to pull through all of those again. And sometimes it gets difficult to pull all of them through without getting caught or snagged on some of your yarn in there. All right, and then we are going to slip stitch again. Okay, and you're going to do that all the way back. We're going to go back into this hole, pull up a loop, and this right here, we're looking at it right there. We're going to go into that first one, pull up a loop, camera, there should be a hole right there. Go through that one, pull that one out. I'm so sorry. I'm using a different tripod so that I can crochet, and it's right next to me and I keep hitting it. Go through the chain, the next one, and pull up another loop. Go to the next chain. Pull up another loop. 6 loops. And we're going to pull all the way through. It's not working very well, the camera, with focusing. It's focusing on my ball of yarn. Let me move that off to the side. Hopefully you guys are understanding how to do this. Going through the hole, pulling it through, going through this hole, pulling up a loop, going through this one, pulling up a loop. And this, again, like I said, this is the first part of the star stitch, and then we're going to go through the next chain, pull that up, go through the next chain. I'm going to make sure I get the right chains so that we come out at the end correctly. Should have 6. I'll pull it through all the loops. There we go. And slip stitch. All right. So I'm going to work on this. have done all of the half the stars. And it should look like this. All right, now I am going to come over here and I am going to slip stitch over here on this side, this last chain. Move that down. See where we're at? We have the end. Let me move the hook and that might help. Okay. This is what we look like. Here's our cross. We have 1, 2, 3. This is the top of our cross. This is going to be the bottom of our cross. Okay. So here we have our corner or hole here. And we went and slip stitched 1, 2, worked our way down, came back. We have the chain up here. So we are going to go over here to where this chain is on this side, mimicking the same so I'm going to, if I can get my hook back, we are going to slip stitch into this one. It's the last chain. Okay. Go in there. Slip stitch it. All right. Now this is where I am going to change my hook. All right. I'm going to get a smaller hook and I'm just going to turn my work. Now, if you were doing the normal star stitch, this is where you go into, if you look on this, you can see, oh, maybe not. You can see the holes here, like where the star is. You can see the little half stars. There's a hole there. There's a hole here. There's a hole there. Those little holes. That's what we're going to be crocheting into. Okay. So on a regular star stitch, you do 2 half doubles into them, but the 2 half doubles is going to make it too wide and it starts to curl the end of it. So I switched over to doing 2 singles with a smaller hook. Okay, so I'm going to go into that hole. It's still, and we're going to do 2. Let me get in the camera. 2 singles. 2 singles. All the way down. Okay, we're at the end of the row, and I am just going to slip stitch in here somehow. All right, and then I will cut a tail. and pull that through. Then you have your tail to weave in. All right, then you also have your tail from where you made your center. I'm gonna cinch that up and make sure it's nice and tight. And then you'll need to weave that one in as well. All right, and there is the cross. Now, it still does this little bit of coming over to one side. And see that. So I took the other one that I made and I blocked it. Okay, so I blocked my other one on my blocking board. You don't have to have a blocking board to block. You can just use styrofoam or cardboard and pins, but I put it on my blocking board. You can all see that. The way that I blocked it, I made sure that I had the pin here in this spot in the middle. That way it, well, first I sprayed it down with water and then I blocked it here, making sure that pin was in here. Went ahead with them just in this little star circle and then each one of those. So I go ahead and take it off of the blocking board so we can look at it after it was blocked. And it's not doing that wonky to the side anymore that it's wanting to do after you crochet it. So blocking is very important for this cross. And does that. So what y'all think? Comment, like, subscribe, share. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Happy resurrection. Have a wonderful day.